then came Our Big Gamble. They were
for a 10-week spell. At his third start, he won again over 1,200 metres in a Warwick Farm handicap. But watch this win, his fifth start, the Group 2 Peter Pan Stakes at Rose Hill. Here is the foretaste of the coming glory.
Well, he surprised me, all I could say. I never dreamt him. He improved that fast, and I couldn't catch up with him.
Autumn of 1979, Dulcify began his spring successes of that year in the weight for age Craigley Stakes at Flemington.
Nicolaus drew away by 2 lengths to Luck Runa now. Arbrashane getting out to go out after it. Marjolio looking for a run on the fence from Valley of Georgia. Superscope hanging. Mr. Sobar trying to get out. Then Dulcify being eased to the outside, and Double Century fourth last with a wall of horses in front of him. Argios Nicolaus led into the straight without after it. Dulcify with a big run out wide. So too is Arbrashane, and Valley of Georgia and Majolio can't get out, and now Double Century getting out with Mr. Sobar. Dulcify took the lead at the 200 in second placing. Arbrashane under the whip. Worry Symbol trying to get up on the rails, and Valley of Georgia battling on with Double Century, can't win. Dulcify just the leader near the line from Arbrashane, and Dulcify's won it. Won by about a length. Second placing Arbrashane, Valley of Georgia third.
After a third in the Underwood to Valley of Georgia, it was back to Flemington where he was unbeaten.
Round the turn, How Fast hanging, and Valley of Georgia got the run to go up and hit the front. And Valley of Georgia took the lead from How Fast and Sarfraz. Caraman behind them with How Burke, and they're 4 or 5 lengths to Gondolier. Dulcify keeps running into dead ends, and then Brioche Castle. Valley of Georgia tackled again by How Fast at the 200 from How Burke and Caraman. Dulcify getting out is coming home hard down the outside. Valley of Georgia and Caraman with Dulcify now coming at them strongly, and he swamped them in a stride. Caraman was in front, but Dulcify got checked and then went straight past it, and he can't get beaten at Flemington, Dulcify. He's won by about 2 lengths. There 4 or 5 lengths to Gondolier. Dulcify keeps running into dead ends, and then Brioche Castle. Valley of Georgia tackled again by How Fast at the 200 from How Burke and Caraman. Dulcify getting out is coming home hard down the outside. Valley of Georgia and Caraman with Dulcify now coming at them strongly, and he swamped them in a stride. Caraman was in front, but Dulcify got checked and then went straight past it, and he can't get beaten at Flemington, Dulcify. He's won by about 2 lengths to Caraman.
Some couldn't keep up with him in the gloaming, and Mighty Kingdom, who went on to win the Caulfield Cup, couldn't get near him in the Spring Champion Stakes.
I think when we saw Kingston Town come round the corner and walk away from the field on Championship Stakes Day, we suddenly thought, well, this horse has got something quite special.
I remember Mighty Kingdom come at me with a furlong to go, and I just kicked the black horse in the ribs, and he just won by 4 lengths.
Think about what he'd done. It was only his second preparation. He'd gone from a $5,000 2-year-old handicap win to the Champion Stakes in 3 months. He'd won a triple crown of sorts. He was, as they say in the game, hot. So, of course...
Scomel jumped out nicely down near the inside with Gypsy Kingdom. Chivalry well away. Double Century on the outside. Trapped a bit deep but going forward. Mighty Kingdom sprinting right across the field, and Mighty Kingdom took over settling down. Scomel second, followed by Gypsy Kingdom. Meter Mark and Mighty Kingdom in front by over a length. Arbrashane. High Perno in third place, and they're followed then by Scomel. Mighty Kingdom's the one they've got to get at the 300 metre mark, still led by a length. Arbrashane sticking to its guns on the outside, but Mighty Kingdom kicked away with 150 left to go. Is out 2.5 lengths clear of Arbrashane in second place. Chivalry starting to flash down the outside when the race was all over, but Mighty Kingdom is going to score easily. Mighty Kingdom wins by 3 lengths. Chivalry a big run second. Arbrashane third. Happy Union not a bad run, and then Kingdom's the one they've got to get at the 300 metre mark, still led by a length. Arbrashane sticking to its guns on the outside, but Mighty Kingdom kicked away with 150 left to go. Is out 2.5 lengths clear of Arbrashane in second place. Chivalry starting to flash down the outside when the race was all over, but Mighty Kingdom is going to score easily. Mighty Kingdom wins by 3 lengths. Chivalry a big run second. Arbrashane third. Happy Union not a bad run, and then High Perno. Scomel every chance.
And they're off and running in the Caulfield Cup, and down on the inside, Sunstone jumped away well with Worry Symbol. Away quickly also Valley of Georgia, going fast in the centre, Arbrashane with bit of a skider, and Mighty Kingdom is travelling up quickly on the outside, followed by Ming Dynasty. Dropping in behind them came Double Century, there followed by Salamander, Pagal out deep on the tracker, and back behind them came Earthquake Magoon, followed third by Red Nose, and last of all Happy Union. Going out of the straighter, it's Mighty Kingdom in charge, about 1.5 lengths, Worry Symbol on the inside of Valley of Georgia. Caught very deep as Kingston Town, there followed closely by Father's Day, going up on the outside. Kingdom coming up with about 500 to go, and on the outside Ming Dynasty is there also. They're followed by Kingston Town, and further back Arbrasheen, Bit of a Skider, Happy Union around the outside, followed by Sunstone and Worry Symbol looking for a runner as they round the home turn with about 350 to go. And Mighty Kingdom had kicked away about 2 lengths to Father's Day. Kingston Town running on well there, followed by Earthquake Magoon, who's getting up on the fence. Deep on the track, Worry Symbol is finishing well, and they're followed by Sunstone, Salamander, and further back Arbrasheen. But Mighty Kingdom was well clear, close to home. Worry Symbol and Sunstone both running on well, but it's Mighty Kingdom for the Caulfield Cup. He goes on to score well. Mighty Kingdom first, Worry Symbol second, Sunstone third, followed by Earthquake Magoon, Kingston Town, and with about 350 to go. And Mighty Kingdom had kicked away about 2 lengths to Father's Day. Kingston Town running on well there, followed by Earthquake Magoon, who's getting up on the fence. Deep on the track, Worry Symbol is finishing well, and they're followed by Sunstone, Salamander, and further back Arbrasheen. But Mighty Kingdom was well clear, close to home. Worry Symbol and Sunstone both running on well, but it's Mighty Kingdom for the Caulfield Cup. He goes on to score well. Mighty Kingdom first, Worry Symbol second, Sunstone third, followed by Earthquake Magoon, Kingston Town, and one of the last to finish in the event is Valley.
Ready racing. Imposing knuckled on the inside. And Shivery Ming Dynasty among the first out, wider out Top Wear. Johnson riding hard on Imposing to get up and hold the inside position. Arbrasheen out wide's going up quickly. As they went past the judge the first time, Imposing had got to the front from Arbrasheen, Caraman and Gypsy Kingdom. Then Ming Dynasty from Shivery, Dulcify further back in the field with Top Wear. Then came Lawman, Runaway Hander. It's a crawling pace at the 1200. The leader, Top Wear, 3 parts to Imposing, 1 to Gypsy Kingdom. 1 to Caraman, Arbrasheen, 3 deep. He might let it go. Then 1.5 lengths Shivery from Ming Dynasty, 1/2 then to Dulcify. They've kicked away 2 lengths in front of Lawman, Runaway Kid and Quiet Snort and Salamander last. With 8.50 to go, Top Wear, 1/2 length to Imposing, 1 to Gypsy Kingdom, a neck to Arbrasheen. Caraman being niggled at from Shivery, getting up on the fence, and here's Thompson letting go on Dulcify. Then came Ming Dynasty, a length, Quiet Snort, Lawman, Runaway Kid. Imposing took the lead at the school. He moved 1/2 length to Top Wear. 1 away is Arbrasheen and Dulcify the outside. Next in the field, Gypsy Kingdom. Oh, Dulcify let go as race to the lead. Shivery's getting off the fence, but Dulcify's going to have a big lead on it. At the 400, Dulcify shot away 2.5 lengths Imposing. Then Shivery under the whip from Arbrasheen and Gypsy Kingdom. But Dulcify well clear. Brent Thompson going for his 4th Cox Plate, and he's got it. He's home, Dulcify. He's 6 lengths in front of Shivery, and then Arbrasheen Imposing stopping. Dulcify's won by a minute, and that's the way he might win the Melbourne Cup. Dulcify by 6 lengths to Shivery. Battle for 3rd. Arbrasheen or Lawman just in front of Salamander. They're followed then by Caraman, Top Wear. Home. An electrifying performance in the Cox Plate by Dulcify. And the unbelievable record of 4 rides in the WS Cox Plate for 4 winners, and none easier than his victory today.
Fact, it was not till his win in the WS Cox Plate at Moonee Valley that the public fully appreciated the great champion they were shortly to lose.
One of the reasons I went forward when I did was Shivery was in a pocket there where there seemed there's no way out, and I was going particularly well, so I let him throw. My only concern was that if he didn't win, I was in pretty deep trouble.
Oh, Dulcify let go as race to the lead. Shivery's getting off the fence, but Dulcify's going to have a big lead on it. At the 400, Dulcify shot away 2.5 lengths Imposing. Then Shivery under the whip from Arbrasheen and Gypsy Kingdom. But Dulcify well clear. Brent Thompson going for his 4th Cox Plate, and he's got it. He's home, Dulcify. He's 6 lengths in front of Shivery, and then Arbrasheen Imposing stopping. Dulcify's won by a minute, and that's the way he might win the Melbourne Cup. Dulcify by 6 lengths to Shivery. Battle has raced to the lead. Shivery's getting off the fence, but Dulcify's going to have a big lead on it. At the 400, Dulcify shot away 2.5 lengths Imposing. Then Shivery under the whip from Arbrasheen and Gypsy Kingdom. But Dulcify well clear. Brent Thompson going for his 4th Cox Plate, and he's got it. He's home, Dulcify. He's 6 lengths in front of Shivery, and then Arbrasheen Imposing stopping. Dulcify's won by a minute, and that's the way he might win the Melbourne Cup. Dulcify by 6 lengths to Shivery.
I remember Jack Purtell saying to me afterwards, that's the best win I've ever seen in the Cox Plate. And he was a very experienced, rational race watcher.
It was the traditional lead-up to the Melbourne Cup, the LKS McKinnon Stakes on Derby Day. It was hoped that Dulcify would be able to win without being put under great pressure. It didn't quite work out that way.
Into the straight, 4:50 to go. Minuetto in front, but immediately Dulcify's gone up to second placing. Chivalry's making its run on the outside. It's Minuetto in front. Dulcify and Chivalry come at it together. We'll soon know who's good. Chivalry's run past Dulcify, got a neck in front of it. Thompson went for the whip. Chivalry a neck in front of Dulcify, and then Minuetto battling on. Dulcify coming again, has drawn level with Chivalry. It's Dulcify and Chivalry together. Dulcify ahead in front. Now a half neck. Dulcify just in front, and Dulcify's won it. A half neck to Chivalry, a length and a half to Minuetto. Immediately Dulcify's gone up to second placing. Chivalry's making its run on the outside. It's Minuetto in front. Dulcify and Chivalry come at it together. We'll soon know who's good. Chivalry's run past Dulcify, got a neck in front of it. Thompson went for the whip. Chivalry a neck in front of Dulcify, and then Minuetto battling on. Dulcify coming again, has drawn level with Chivalry. It's Dulcify and Chivalry together. Dulcify ahead in front. Now a half neck. Dulcify just in front, and Dulcify's won it. A half neck to Chivalry, a length and a half to Minuetto.
After 21 starts, 10 wins, 3 seconds and 2/3 for a total of $568,775, Dulcify came to the Melbourne Cup of 1979.
In Love Bandit, they're followed by Hallberg coming into the picture, so is Salamander. In behind them at the head of the others, then making ground is Hypernoa, and Dulcify is further back in the field, followed by Red Nose as they come around the home turner. At the 800-metre mark, Sarfraz about a length to Safe Harbour. On the outside was Hallberg, there followed by Love Bandit, then Red Nose, and further back to Hypernoa and Dulcify. I think something's gone amiss with Dulcify. Dulcify is dropping out of the race. I think he's broken down as they straighten up, where it's Sarfraz being tackled by Hallberg, and over on the outside, Red Nose is putting in a claim there, followed by Salamander looking for a runner. Hyperno is finishing well down the outside, then Cubicate and Worry Symbol halfway down the running, and Red Nose raced up to tackle Hallberg. Salamander getting through on the inside, and 4 deep finishing well. Hyperno, here's a great go. Salamander takes the lead in the Melbourne Cup. Hyperno the big danger on the inside. Salamander, Hyperno coming at it. Salamander, Hyperno, Salamander, Hyperno, Salamander. They hit the line, and Hyperno has won it by a nose to Salamander. Third home was Red Nose, followed by Hallberg, Cubicade, Worry Symbol, well back to Gundam.
With a powerful run from Worry Symbol. It's Red Nose and Salamander together at the 200. On the outside, Hyperno and Salamander going stride for stride from Red Nose. Salamander ahead in front. Hyperno's grabbing him. They go to the post together. Hyperno, if anything's won at a nose to Salamander.
$5 came to the Melbourne Cup of 1979.
I don't know really what happened. I said at the time that I felt that when the pace slackened about the 1600 metres that he was galloped on behind, and there was Hyperno behind him get galloped on from behind. But it just goes to show the sort of heart that the horse had, because it took me to the top of the straight to actually pull him up in order that I could get off him. So he went some 800 metres on 3 legs. So he must have had a giant heart to carry him that far. 800 metres on 3 legs is a long way.
And Brent thought that he was a certainty in it, and he was travelling beautifully when the accident happened. And I suppose it's fair to say that was my saddest moment in racing, when he was killed.
He looked as if it classed at him, and Brent Thompson was riding and was certain he'd win. And he was galloped on behind and stripped and broke his pelvis. And I saw him falter and start to drop out. And Thompson rode him along for a bit and realised there was something wrong, and then eased him down as they straightened up and got off him. And I went down to the top of the straight, and it was obviously the horse was terribly injured. There was not much chance for him, but we could be done for him.
The tragedy of Dulcify's death would never be forgotten.
He's home, Dulcify. He's 6 lengths in front of Chivalry, and then after a Shane imposing stopping. Dulcify's won by a minute, and that's the way he might win the Melbourne Cup.
He went to the paddock, a 4-year-old, a legend, the great chestnut with the pounding legs.
Jumped away well, except Tincture lost half a length at the start. Manicato quickly showing in front. Tincture driving up on the inside now to join him in the lead, and Willits will let it go to the front. Stablemate of the winner, and the winner is going to be Manicato with 300 to go on the corner. He coasted away about 3 lengths in front of Sands' rival. Tincture's gone. Howburg's running a very good first up race. He might even get up and run second, but Manicato went away 4 or 5 in front in the straight. He's going to bolt in from Sands' rival. Now Howburg accelerating. He'll run second all right. And in the run to the post, Manicato won by 5 lengths to Howburg, a length to Sands' rival third. Down by 2 lengths at the 1,000. Manicato in second place, settling kindly. A length to Jukebox Junior, a half to past the 800 at Asian Bow. 2 lengths to Manicato, 1 to Jukebox Junior, a length to Tolhurst, a half Gondolier. Then Princely, Better Copy, Consenting, Hard Ridden, 2 to Ico and Rooney. 600 out on Asian Bow, bowling along 2 lengths to in second placing Manicato, who's going very kindly today. Then a length and a half Jukebox Junior, he's hard at it. Tolhurst on its inside, then Gondolier, Consenting and Princely. As they made the turn, 400 out, Asian Bow in front, but Higgins easing Manicato up now. He's hard at work on Asian Bow, and Manicato, he's under double. Wraps the champ. He's cantering. Next Jukebox Junior, followed by Tolhurst, but there he goes. And there's a champion, Manicato. He's raced away now from Asian Bow. Jukebox Junior running a big race, and then Tolhurst and Consenting. But Manicato's gone to the line 4 lengths in front of Asian Bow. Jukebox Junior third in front of Consenting and Tolhurst, then Rooney back behind Asian Bow in front, but Higgins easing Manicato up now. He's hard at work on Asian Bow, and Manicato, he's under double. Wraps the champ. He's cantering. Next Jukebox Junior, followed by Tolhurst, but there he goes. And there's a champion, Manicato. He's raced away now from Asian Bow. Jukebox Junior running a big race, and then Tolhurst and Consenting. But Manicato's gone to the line 4 lengths in front of Asian Bow.
Again he went to Sydney, and again he won the Ryder. This time going 121.6.
Well, it's kicked up and went to the lead on Manicato, and the champion is fair dinkum bolting, approaching the 800. It's turn for home, and Manicato held well together, led nicely from Steel Blade. Silver Wraith, the NZ, making a line of 3. Now 2 lengths away, Sportscast under heavy pressure, turning the corner, followed by Gypsy Kingdom and Ambassadora. In the straight, 300 out, and Manicato led. Willits hasn't gone for him yet. Now he gives him a dig, and Manicato effortlessly bounded away. Manicato 3 lengths in front of Silver Wraith, Ambassadora. Middleton Sam out wide, running on well, but it's all Manicato. And by golly, it's an easy $62,000 as this powerhouse sprinter bolted in. Manicato by 2.5 lengths. Gypsy Kingdom flew against Aura. In the straight, 300 out, and Manicato led. Willits hasn't gone for him yet. Now he gives him a dig, and Manicato effortlessly bounded away. Manicato 3 lengths in front of Silver Wraith, Ambassadora. Middleton Sam out wide, running on well, but it's all Manicato. And by golly, it's an easy $62,000 as this powerhouse sprinter bolted in. Manicato by 2.5 lengths. Gypsy Kingdom flew against second.
Then disaster. In the Galaxy on March 22, the Grand Horse suffered a bleeding attack, a bad one. After the race, it was also discovered he'd suffered a heart attack. The pundits said this was the end. The saga was over.
The Rosehill Guineas of 1980, and as they race into view, Lloyd Show.
Then came an amazing 3 weeks in which he strolled away with 4 Group 1 races. The Formula 1 racer was in overdrive now. Sometimes he made 2 and 3 runs in a race. Always the same horse ran second. It was called Daylight. The Rosehill Guineas was the start of it.
With Knights Affair and Brindistas, High Mystery at the 600 metres mark. Knights Affair the leader, Roman Warrior second, flat to the boards, Kingston Town third, then Farewell Chime, Rocky Top about to take off on the outside. Further back then, coming into it, Polo Player, but he's carted deep on the turn. At the head of the others, Lloyd Show and Laureate behind them, and then Big Print in the straight, 250 to go, and he's let loose on Kingston Town, and the champ has gone to Knights Affair in a stride. Look at that acceleration. Kingston Town race clear below the 200, and the Guineas looks to be all over. Knights Affair in second place, running on. Polo Player finishing doggedly, but Kingston Town wins in a breeze. He's a champion. Kingston Town by 4 lengths. Polo Player...
Sydney.
Duel from Laureate and Lloyd Show in the stretch at the Ledger. Here's Johnston popping the question to Kingston Town, and he exploded to the lead. Away he goes, and Kingston Town, as Jono looks over the right shoulder, is about 3 in front of Knights Affair, Polo Player. But Kingston Town is a mile too good. It's a workout for him. Kingston Town holds Polo Player and Knights Affair, and Kingston Town wins in a walk.
The racing editor, Tom Brazel.
The Rosehill Guineas was the day that I first thought to myself, well, this horse is a real champion. because Malcolm Johnson had to use him a lot early in the race, and he stopped and started on him. He got a position, and as soon as Malcolm wanted to ease, well, the horse eased. He dropped into whatever tempo Malcolm wanted to ride him.
In the back straight, 1,300 metres out in the Tancred Stakes, and the leader's going beautifully, Double Century.
Then the Tancred Stakes, which, like the Cox Plate, is a good horse's race at a good horse's distance and at weight for age.
Fourth spot, followed closely by Desper on the then Sunstone. They're starting to pack up. Golden Black further back in the field. Chivalry got cluttered up near the fence. He's in bother coming to the corner. Salamander's about to take off, and now Cavalier went back to the tail with Chivalry. About to swing for home, 4:50 to go. And the leader, Double Century, is nicely clear as they turn, led by a length and a half to Kingston Town, who's poised to challenge now. They've quickly booted clear of Worry Symbol, followed by Justice Steel, Pagal and Salamander. But it's the famous Kingston Town acceleration as he went past Double Century in one stride. Kingston Town with an explosive turn of speed is race clear, and the Tancred Stakes is all over. Look at him go. He's a champion from head to toe. Kingston Town wins with his ears pricked by 4 lengths to Double Century, a neck away third.
Then the
And the leader, Double Century, is nicely clear as they turn, led by a length and a half to Kingston Town, who's poised to challenge now. They've quickly booted clear of Worry Symbol, followed by Justice Steel, Pagal and Salamander. But it's the famous Kingston Town acceleration as he went past Double Century in one stride. Kingston Town with an explosive turn of speed is race clear, and the Tancred Stakes is all over. Look at him go. He's a champion from head to toe. Kingston Town wins with his ears pricked by 4 lengths to Double Century, a neck away third.
Then the
Racing in the Derby. A pretty good start too. One of the best out, Riverdor. Kingston Town jumped well, and going out quickly was Shogun, followed by Prince Ruling and Mr. Independent, then Farewell Chime, followed by a little bit of sense coming into the race now speed-wise as they travelled past the 1900, where Prince Ruling went to the lead. A length and a half on El Lorena, so Queensland first and second at the moment. 2 lengths third is Shogun. On the fence, Mr. Independent, but the speed is again starting to slow as they wheel into the back from Big Print around Kingston Town. Red Kilt taking off in a hurry, followed by Polo Player, Riverdor, High Mystery, Farewell Chime and Brindisi last. Well, in this farcically run derby at the 1,400 metres, Red Kilt went to the lead. And as they run past the 13 now, another leader, Polo Players, come onto the scene. And now Kingston Town has gone to second. I wouldn't believe it if I wasn't here. And at the 1,200, at the halfway mark, it's up coming past the 800 with the leader Polo Player, a half length on Kingston Town, and 3 deep as Riverdor. A length and a half to Red Kilt and Mr. Independent. Big Print wider out from Farewell Chime and then Prince Ruling. A gap into Shogun, High Mystery, followed well back by El Lorena as they near the home corner, and Brindisi is last. On the bend in the 1980 Derby, and Polo Player just leading Kingston Town. Riverdor 3 deep, and then comes behind those Red Kilt, Mr. Independent, Shogun. And as they run to the 300, Johnston says, "Come on, King. Let's go." And Kingston Town raced away. Past the 200, Kingston Town 3 in front of Polo Player, Mr. Independent, and then Shogun. But $136,000 staring connections at Kingston Town on the face. Kingston Town racing away from Mr. Independent. El Lorena flying along the rail. But Kingston Town wins the derby brilliantly from Mr. Independent, El Lorena. And then came just leading Kingston Town. Riverdor 3 deep, and then comes behind those Red Kilt, Mr. Independent, Shogun. And as they run to the 300, Johnston says, "Come on, King. Let's go." And Kingston Town raced away. Past the 200, Kingston Town 3 in front of Polo Player, Mr. Independent, and then Shogun. But $136,000 staring connections at Kingston Town on the face. Kingston Town racing away from Mr. Independent. El Lorena flying along the rail. But Kingston Town wins the derby brilliantly from Mr. Independent, El Lorena. And then came Polo. They come in the Sydney Cup. And the leader is Better By. Now Kingston Town popped the question by Johnston. And around the bend they come. Kingston Town races for the lead from Better By. Marlborough followed by Double Century, Worry Symbol, Charman and Fabuloso, but Kingston Town 300 to go. He raced away. He's 2.5 Double Century. Then Marlborough, Pagal and Fabuloso, but Kingston Primo. Kingston Town 4-5 in front of Double Century. Then Marlborough and Pagal, but he is certainly king.
So he'd had a twinkling in an eye, just like that. I went round and just parked outside the leader again. And when I said, "Woo, boy," he just come back underneath me. That's what sort of horse he was. You could start, stop 3 or 4 times in a race, and he was the easiest horse in the world to ride.
Kingston Town bolts in from Double Century.
Well, at that time of his career,
He was the most outstanding racehorse I'd ever seen in my life. He was the most outstanding racehorse that I'll ever. Easiest horse in the world to ride. Well, at that time of his career, he was the most outstanding racehorse I'd ever seen in my life. He was the most outstanding racehorse that I'll ever ride in my life. And he's
third preparation, he'd won 8 straight. He'd now won a dozen straight in Sydney. No one was arguing. He was the champion.